Good morning everyone and welcome to the video lecturer part 7 on the first module of operation research. So today we will be covering the first bit of the first module with the help of some variety of the problems. So today we will be discussing some more variety of the problems. So one is this, solve the following LPP by graphical method. So this is what example showing redundant constraint. So redundant constraint is nothing but certain inequality may not have any effect on the solution space in any way. Such inequalities are known as redundant constraints. Okay, we'll see how actually it doesn't have any effect on the solution. So this is the equation given 120x1 plus 10 100x2 and subjected to these constraints. Okay, let us find out the points with the help of constraints. So this is the first constraint. You just find out all this. Okay, by putting x1 equal to 0, x2 will be 16. By putting x2 0, x1 will be 8. Like this you find all the constraint values. Once you get the constraints, okay, sorry. Once you get the coordinates, you just draw the graph with respect to these coordinates. x1 0, x2 16, 1 point you will get. x2 0, x1 8, another point you will get. So from that you just draw a line. Okay, in order to draw a line you require 2 points. No, these are the 2 points. So from these 2 points you draw the graph. Similarly, one more line, and one more line. There are 4 lines you will get. So that will be it is here. So this is the solution space actually. So there are 4 lines you can able to observe, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And one more thing you need to observe here is that there are 3 equations or the 3 constraints which are having a less than or is equal to sign, and one equation or the one inequality has greater than or is equal to. So now you can see this is the solution space definitely, because this satisfies this equation also, which is less than, near to origin. This equation is also less than, this equation also has a less than, and this equation has greater than, means above this line will be the solution space. Below these 3 lines, above this line will be the solution space. Now please note that the inequality 5x1 plus 6x2 is less than or is equal to 90 is known as redundant constraint because it does not affect the solution space in any way. See, you can observe this inequality, that is 5x1 plus 6x2 is less than or is equal to 90. See, this line does not have any effect on the solution space. Why? Because even if this constraint is not given, you will get the same solution space. So such a kind of a problem is known as the constraint is known as a redundant constraint. Okay, so with the help of these 4 corners or 5 corners, you will get a maximum value of a z that you find out. Okay, so next we'll see one more variety of a problem, that is example showing no common solution space. So this is the maximizing the z, which is x1 plus x2. This is the objective function and subjected to the 2 constraints. One is having a less than or is equal to sign, another is having a greater than or is equal to sign. So you can observe here. So they have not found out any values. You just go through the same procedure. By putting x1 is equal to 0, x2 is 1. See here, this is x2 is 1. And by putting x2 0, x1 is 1. x1 is 1. Then draw a line. Okay, this one. With the help of these 2 points, you draw the line. Then by putting x1 0, x2 will be 2. x2 is 2 is here. And by putting x2 0, x1 will be minus 1. So minus 1 here. So then draw the graph and just extend them. Then you will get a solution space here. This is greater than sign, and but this equation has less than sign. So there are 2 solution space here. from the graph we can able to observe that solution space for both the constraints are mutually exclusive and do not have any common region. Okay, the solution doesn't have any common region here. There are two solution space. So such a solution space is nothing but inconsistent system. Okay, this is called as a inconsistent system, and hence there is no solution for these kind of a problems. Clear everybody? So this is the 7th question. Okay, then we'll move on to the next two set of varieties. Okay, 8th question. Maximize Z 5x1 plus 3x2. This is the example where constraints are equations rather than inequalities. See, here subjected to constraints are given. These constraints are in the form of equation, right? See, this is the linear equation in two variables, no? As the order is also one, and there are two variables. These two are the simple linear equations in two variables, and you will get the solution by solving these two set of simultaneous equation. How you would found out, no? In the same way you can able to find it and get the solution, or otherwise you can draw the graph, and where these two lines will intersect, that will be the solution. Okay, here the inequality signs are not there, hence you will get a single solution, single point solution you can say. There is no bounded region here. Like this, the space will not be there. You will get only a single solution here. Let us see how it is, both with the help of numerical method as well as a graphical method. Okay, let us first discuss the graphical method. So first put x1 0, x2 will be what? 5x2 is equal to 15 means x2 will be equal to 3. So here this is the point, x2 is equal to 3. Then put x2 0, x1 will be what? 3 1s are 3 5s are, x1 is 5. See, x1 is 5. So now 3 and 5, you join them, you will get to one line. Okay, so each equation has a single line. Then 5x1 plus 2x2 is equal to 10. Put x1 0, x2 will be what? 2 1s are 2 5s are, x2 is 5. Clear? Then put x2 0, x1 will be 2, this is 2. Again join them, where these two lines coincide, that will be the solution. Clear? So this is what? This is x1 value and this is x2 value. You will get in points. Let us see with the help of a numerical method. Yeah. So in order to cancel any one of the variable, you need to convert them into like the variable should be of equal numbers, no, equal magnitude. That's why multiply this equation with 5 and this equation with 3. So after multiplying you will get these two equations. Then you can cancel 15x1 15x1. Then 25 minus 6. Okay, this is not plus or minus. So equation 1 minus equation 2 I am solving. That's why here negative signs are there. If there are negative already, it will be positive. Okay, so okay, 15 15 get cancel. 25 minus 6 will be 19, and 75 minus 30 will be 45. Okay, then find x2 value. Okay, 45 or 19 will be 2.36. This is the x2 coordinate value. Then find out x1 by putting in any one of these equations. You will get x1 which is 1.05. After getting x1 x2, put in the main equation, that is z. So 5x1 plus 3x2. Put the value of x1 and x2, that will be the maximum value of z, which is 12.33. So this is the solution, and x1 and x2 coordinates are these two. Okay, this is the problem where the constraints are in the form of equations, not the inequalities. Clear everybody? Okay, so we are moving on to the next question and last question in this particular chapter, that is 9th question. Maximize z, which is equal to 3x1 plus 2x2. This is the example showing unbounded solution. Okay, what is this unbounded solution? we'll see now. And the subjected to constraints, they have given two constraints, and this is the non-negativity condition. Okay, so once again I have written the question here. This is the objective function and these two are the constraints. Okay, so first step is to remove the inequality sign and make it equal to in both the equation, then solve for the coordinates. First put x1 0, x2 will be minus 2. Then put x2 0, x1 will be 1. Then coming to the second constraint, put x1 0, x2 will be 4. Then put x2 0, x1 is directly 8. By the help of these two coordinates and these two coordinates, draw the line. So see here, x1 0, x2 minus 2. x2 minus 2, yeah, here this is the x2 minus 2. Then x2 0, x1 is 1. x1 is 1 here. So you just draw the line like this, then extend them. Okay, x1 is 0. See, this extension will be infinite. You can make it infinite line it is. x1 0, x2 4. x2 4 directly because x1 is anyway 0. Then x2 0, x1 8. x1 8 is here. Then draw this line. Draw this line and extend the infinite. Then this equation has a greater than sign. This equation also has greater than sign. So this will be the infinite solution space. Not only this, you can extend up to this, anywhere. Okay. So more than this, anywhere. This is all the solution space you can say. This is all the solution space. This kind of a solution has infinite solution space, and here z value you won't get it because whatever the infinite coordinates you can take, no, x1 is also infinite, x2 is also infinite, and hence z is also infinite. You won't get the exact solution for such kind of a problem. Okay, just note it down that from the graph we can observe that common solution opens out to infinite space. So here this is the common solution, correct? This point in the solution satisfies both the equations, but it is opens out to infinite space. Since this is a maximization problem, an infinite solution space means that x1 and x2 are never limited by any maximum values, and therefore z can be infinite. Such a solution is also known as unbounded solution. And one more point you can remember is that if this problem is associated with the minimization problem, definitely you can able to solve this problem, because you can find the corner, say this corner, you may find the minimum value among these two. Okay, and not even a minimum, you can say this also as a minimum value, where these two lines coincide, no, there you can find the minimum value. That will be the solution again if the two lines intersect. The solution which we have done in the very previous question, okay, that kind also you can able to solve if it is a minimization. As it is a maximization problem, there is an infinite solution for this kind of a problem. So this completes this particular chapter on LPP, and in the next video or the next class we will discuss next module, that is sequencing.